Hey, yo, this is your girl, Melanin Audacity, and thank you for tuning in to the Master Elements Podcast.
Smash the elements. 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 Smash the elements.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of the Master Elements. I'm sorry, not episode 2, episode 9, part 2 of the Master Elements podcast. And in this episode, we have a special guest. Cynthia Love the God, you want to intro the special guest for us tonight?
Yeah, man. Like I was saying, speaking of black businesses, since I was just talking about my man Rick from Everreal Enterprises, who shot the video and all that. We got my man Sam Adu joining us tonight.
Yes, sir.
He's a young clothing designer.
Hey,
out here doing this thing.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
This is my dude right
Hello,
here.
You got some t-shirts.
Put your camera on.
Yeah, I design t-shirts. I got all sizes.
Yes, anything with black woman empowerment, queen. Those ones are the ones I want.
Hold up. You gotta put your camera on landscape, brother. You gotta put your camera on landscape.
Oh,
that's
yes.
how you sideways on us.
That's right.
Let me do that right now. Landscape.
It look like your phone is upside down or something.
My phone's sideways. That's how the
well, Sam is getting his video correct. Let's so you can find us, the team, the crew, across all social media platforms. Me at Melanin Audacity, DJ RPV, Sincere Love the God, and I'm assuming also Mr. Sam Adu.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your handle on social media?
Papa_Adu. So that's PAPA_ADU.
Okay.
Papa Adu.
Yes.
And that's Facebook, Instagram,
no, that's
Twitter.
My Instagram. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Everything's Papa Adu. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Pop. That's just like us. So Melanin Audacity, DJ RPB, Sincere Love the God, and Papa Adu.
Nice to meet you.
Across all social media platforms. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So go ahead, Sin. Let's get into Papa Adu, and then he can join the rest of our discussion on the topics we have. Come on, help me out.
Yeah, the rest of the segments we're gonna get into later on in the show. But right now, I wanted to give my brother a chance to talk a little bit about his brand and how he got started. You know what I mean? How everything came together for you in the beginning, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about your story. You know what I'm saying? This is my little brother right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I met him when I first moved down here to Georgia. I started cutting his hair. That's like almost 7 years ago now. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? And he a young black entrepreneur out here doing this thing. So tell us, how you got started with the whole thing.
I got started. So pretty much, I wanted to dress African. I wanted African clothes, but I didn't want to wear like dashikis. I didn't want to like wrap the kente. I didn't want to wrap the kente all around my body. I wanted to be able to bring African clothes into 2020, but nothing existed anywhere. Like nothing that I would actually wear existed at the time. So I decided to start my own brand, and that's how I started. Now 3 years later, I'm putting kente cloth in every design, and it's teaching our people culture. Like people who had no idea what kente was, people who had no way to reach back to the motherland. Now they have kente cloth in their closet because they're wearing a new clothing.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And by the way, this is our dude right here. This is our dude right here.
Yeah.
And
yes.
You know what I mean? I ain't just rocking it because my brother's on the show with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is regular for me. I've been supporting him since day one. But
so is that two hands touching each other with the feet? Yeah. What does that mean?
I was gonna say, explain the logo. Explain the logo.
The logo is called the Black Renaissance, and of course, Michelangelo was the first one to design it during the European Renaissance when they was getting after their dark ages. Mm-hmm. When they was getting after their dark ages. Now that the black man and black woman is getting out of our dark ages, this is what represents it. This is the Black Renaissance.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes,
and So it's 3 different pictures on the shirt. Can you stand up a little?
That's just the design that I did.
I don't mean 3 different pictures. It's 3 colors in the background of it.
Yeah. That's a design. One design that I have.
Okay, it's good quality.
That's called Niger.
It's good quality. It's not It's not no cheap shit. You know what I'm saying?
The color scheme,
patterns and all that.
The color scheme in the shirt, the color scheme in the shirt that he's wearing represents the Nigerian flag.
You know, I'm happy to hear that. And how has it been difficult to build your brand, or build a fan base or a customer base?
Has it been difficult? Yeah, we've had some ups and downs. Like, I remember when we first came out selling the same product, I didn't get a single sale for like 2 weeks online. And Sincere was the first person that ever ordered from me online. So it was times like that. But then there's other times where we're going crazy all month. Some celebrity wore on his Instagram and everybody's wearing the same shirt. So it's just rough times and then there's good times.
Right.
We just keep going because this is life now. Like, this is what I do.
That's right. And we need to wear clothing, designs, manufacture, however it goes, by our own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we wear everybody else's stuff, and we should be able to fit in.
You want to be vibrating on a high frequency. You know what I mean? This exudes a high frequency when you put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you know you rocking something that was made by a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It gives you a whole different swag.
And
you know what I mean?
And that represents us, because I see a lot of people wearing Motley Crue T-shirt, AC/DC, and all them rock band like throwback T-shirts. I mean, I understand, but we didn't have this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So now we do. Like, you know, I'm not saying not to, you know, but
I understand.
Yeah, but it'll be nice to be able to support and feel proud and be proud and want
exactly.
To,
that's what this is about. Pride.
Yeah. So
I want you to speak about some of the celebrities that you had rock your gear so far. Because I know, you know, I'm watching the NBA games and all that, and I see the commentator on the sideline got the same shirt I got on. You know what I'm saying? So
really?
I'm like, look at my dude doing this thing. You know what I mean? So talk about some of the celebrities that you had a chance to work with so far.
So who you talking about? Her name is Rose Gold. She's an NBA commentator, and she loves the brand. She's like my plug in the industry, low key. And we also had Jadena wearing it. He wears it all the time. He put on his album cover, and it took me to the level. He wears it every week. Cover. Every single day he's wearing a new clothing. He's probably sleeping in it right now.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, we've had multiple NBA players. Lewis Williams has worn it. Devontae Graham has worn it. We got it in all the stars' hands. We're just waiting on them to wear it. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is great. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
I am proud of you. That's great. That is really, really great. And all it takes is one person to believe in you, and to the sky's the limit.
Exactly.
Yes. Good for you. Good for you.
So and you had your stuff in the mall too.
What'd you say?
I said you had your stuff in the mall too.
Oh yeah.
You had your stuff in the mall in Atlanta.
Yeah, Lenox Mall. I have my stuff
Lenox Mall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you tried to reach out to Target, so we might as well take advantage of all these major corporations to get you chain wide. And I think I saw something about that. They have an initiative to bring in Black-owned products into the stores.
Are you serious?
So you need to do a search about that and find out. And they also have a if I'm not mistaken, something like a color coding type of system, so you know that that's Black owned and a Black product. Yes,
that is
I kind of breezed over it. I was like, wow, Target, we burnt down their store and they turned around so like Sincere always says,
Target did a couple of things that I respect.
Uprising, and look what's happening. What's coming up out of these ashes, right? Their building got burned down, and they changed their whole business plan to help.
And to do that.
That's right. They do.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So
that's what's called economic inclusion.
That's right. And that's all we want. That's all we want. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? It's not hard. Give us a couple of shelves.
Nah, that ain't all we want.
A few
that ain't all we want.
rounders.
I
We
ain't gonna
gotta
lie to you.
ask them to give us stuff though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
We
I ain't
want
gonna lie to you.
economic inclusion.
We want our
We want power.
That's
we want economic power. We want control of our own destiny. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have to ask permission and have
That's
inclusion
wild.
and all
That's
that.
wild.
We want to be able to decide whether we want to include you or not. You know what I'm saying? We want to have that same ability. Not saying we're trying to exclude people. That's not even our style. That's not even how we get down. I'm just saying we want power. We don't want to be underneath no system that's in control of us.
Tired of begging.
It's
Exactly.
Cut the check like T.I. Shout to T.I. Cut that 40.
That's right. I love
check.
that hashtag. Cut the
We don't
check.
reparations, yo.
Cut the check.
That's what we need.
Okay.
Yes,
So
man.
we do
Hashtag cut the check.
two other topics. RP.
Yeah.
Let's get it with your
Seth Rogan.
Seth Rogan. Now,
Well,
I don't think did you send that to me?
Oh yeah, my bad about that, RP.
Yeah.
My bad about that, bro. I thought you were talking about Joe Rogan. That's why I was looking at you crazy when you said shout out to Seth Rogan. I was like, this nigga just shout out a damn white supremacist? But my bad. I thought you was talking about the other dude, man.
Nah, Seth Rogan, man. You know, he's a funny guy. He's a comic.
You didn't send that to me.
He was comic. He released some statements about Israel not being the land of his people, and him being a Jew. He said that it was stolen land. He says that they are not the original people. They are not the Israelites.
That's what a white man said?
That's what I'm trying to. Did you send that to me,
Seth
RP?
Rogan, a white Jewish man.
Yes, he
That's
said
white
that.
Jewish man. Not just a
Son.
white man.
And he said Israel
Seth Rogan
is
is Barbara Streisand's son?
Yeah. You didn't send that to
I
me,
didn't know
RP.
that.
I didn't send it to you.
Let me just. I probably can find it.
Yeah,
Well,
he said Israel is based on lies about other people's land. It's stolen, and he said, you know, he's afraid of the backlash, but he said at the end of the day, he said that, you know, he was raised on. He said Israel raised based on the history of Israel and what they were taught as Jewish people. He said it's all a lie, and he has come up under extreme scrutiny from those in his community, but he knew it. He said that he knew that he was going to come under fire, but he said he was tired of the lies. He said they tried to make it seem as though the land was ours when we all know it was land stolen. It was other people's land. He said that's not our land. So he released some powerful truth in regards to the conversation that we've been having about us being the original Semitic people. And, you know, this whole Nick Cannon.
And he said some real shit over the years as well.
Yeah. I was very impressed. I was like, oh, wow. And he said, I know I'm going to offend a lot of Jews, but I'm a Jew. So he said, if they're going to come and round somebody up, he said, I guess I'll be the first one that they're going to round up. And he's standing firm in his truth. And I respect that.
Where's the article?
That. Finally. Let's see, culture.
Yeah, I saw that.
Unfortunately, guys, I don't know what is going on over here with regard to pulling up the article. I don't understand the issue.
It's all good. He broke it down. He broke it down. He broke it down good.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah,
that is him.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
that is him.
So
yeah, he played in a lot of things. He like I said, Barbara Streisand's son.
He's a funny dude.
He grew up.
I did not know that.
Rich. But you know what? I think that, you know, a lot of people are tired of the stuff too, that are not Black. And this is the prime example that those who are really, instead of not saying nothing, they need to speak out too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't leave us out there on our own if you really agree with what we're saying and what's right. So, shout out to him. I guess I'm gonna have to continue. I'll watch his movies. I have watched some of them, but That was major. That was a major.
Yo, that is a big break.
Yeah,
that was a big break in the conversation of facts, because he told the truth. He said it's not their land. He said Israel is not theirs. So he said it's other people's land, and he said they made it feel like we just arrived there and it was just open for the taking, when it was other people's land to begin with, and it's not ours.
Right. That's right. Just like America is. Hello.
Finally, they told the truth.
Yeah.
And what is his own Jewish community going to say? Are they going to say he's anti-Semitic?
That's what they're going to have to say.
Yeah.
Nick
Cannon going to get his shot.
That's their only comeback.
Right. Let's get the popcorn ready.
He also doesn't have to worry about it either, because he got money on top of money off of his mother and father. Like
he's good.
He has nothing to lose. He has nothing.
He got
to
white
lose.
skin too. He got white skin too.
He might not get the next movie casting though.
He can make his own. They
can make his own
money
movie.
to make their own movies.
He rich like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how much money is? Oof.
By Barbara Streisand, really? The queen of the 70s? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Barbara Streisand she get her numbers. And plus, I think his father is some type of rich person as well.
Money just in the family.
Yeah, so they not going to be broke. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, I did look up the gentleman's name, Sincere, that you were talking about, this Lucas dude. I'm really not sure what's happening with my laptop.
Oh, that's his name. That's his name. J.W. Lucas.
I think I was J.W. Lucas.
It wasn't important anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't important anyway. We ain't need to shout that nigga out.
But just so that people who haven't heard of it either, go. His name is. If they're interested, I wouldn't be.
No doubt.
Just wanted to give him. But that really carried into my second topic, which was the uprising in violence in the urban communities during the pandemic. I found an article where I think it was something like 80-something people was shot and killed or shot in New York. At one point, 65 people shot over one weekend in New York, and 87 in Chicago. Here in Newark, there continues to be shootings.
What city you in?
Weekly. I'm in Newark, New Jersey. Yep. And so there continues to be shootings, and it's this type of violence in our communities that the white people use as justification for the way they treat us, or when they murder us. And
so are we gonna fix that? Are we gonna fix that, or
that's what we gonna
do about that?
But what JW said was exactly that. He said,
"Yeah, exactly," and that's my point. And that's my point. He's a damn white supremacist.
Yeah. However,
that's my point. You know what I'm saying? So.
What did he say?
They don't need any justification. Their justification is your blackness. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a 3-piece suit or if you got your pants hanging off your ass. You know what I'm saying?
They are using that. That.
They're gonna use anything. Niggas was hanging off of trees with 3-piece suits on. It doesn't matter how you behave. It doesn't matter how you carry yourself. None of that matters. We in a system of white supremacy. We're in a race war. And we have to accept that reality and act accordingly.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. But when we gonna act accordingly? Why these niggas still out here shooting? Why they out there shooting?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
What does that have to do with white supremacy, though? I mean, besides the fact that white supremacy is the cause of it. If you eradicate white supremacy. If you eradicate white supremacy, you don't have the hood. The hood doesn't exist. The only reason why you have a hood is because you have white supremacy.
So you saying we ignore it?
Happenstance.
So we ignore it.
I'm not saying that we ignore it. We always been. I'm not saying that we ignore it. We have to deal with internal things as well, and we've always done that. It's not like we haven't had black on black crime movements and stop the violence movements and all type of different stuff that people do in the communities to address issues that we have on our own. You know what I'm saying? The teachers that I learned from, the Elijah Muhammad's and all that, they always preach do for self. Don't wait for somebody else to do for you what you can do for yourself. So, of course, I'm about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we ignore our own problems, but I'm saying we have to go to the root of the actual problem. And at the end of the day, all roads lead to the same place, and that's white supremacy. If you go to the root of why we have those situations in Chicago, why do we have in Chicago? Why do we have all of these, all this type of poverty, all this type of crime, all this type of violence in these neighborhoods? It's because we live in a system of white supremacy that designed it that way.
Exactly.
On purpose. Like we have the receipts of how they did it.
I don't know that white supremacy make me go out and shoot people. My own brothers.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
that's not what I'm saying. But the point, when a brother shoot another brother or a nigga shoot another nigga, he's going to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like there's a system in place that's protecting him and allowing that to happen. When the white supremacists kill one of them, they still walking around here out here in the street.
Negroes or niggas, hood boys, gang members within our communities, they don't watch the news. They don't know it's a pandemic. They don't know that we're out here fighting for justice, so that they too can have a better life. And they say, I'm still gonna go and shoot up 87 people.
All right,
so
about the shooting up 87 people. About the shooting up 87 people. When you look at these crime statistics, these bogus crime statistics, they talk every time there's a holiday weekend, they're talking about there was this amount of shootings in Chicago, there was this amount of shootings in this place and that place. They mostly focus on Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
In New York.
They never have any suspects. Maybe one or two here and there, but 80-something shootings, they never got no suspects. So you're telling me that these niggas in the hood is so highly sophisticated that they're just evading police and all that? When we got people that's in these neighborhoods that's talking about, it's police officers, undercover police officers, and white supremacists from these militia groups coming outside of the community doing these killings. You know what I'm saying? So we have to account for that. Like I said, we are at war. They go to these neighborhoods doing purges on our people. And they're blaming it on us because they control the news. They're the ones that put on the news every night. We don't put on the news. So they get to tell the story that they want to tell. But when you talk to the people that's on the ground, they're saying, that ain't us.
Nah, it be niggas doing that. And
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's zero.
I seen the drive by and it was just
87 killers in one weekend. Ain't nobody get locked up. 87 shootings in one weekend.
It was 87 shootings just in Chicago. 65 people in New York.
It be black people doing it to each other, bro. Like they love this shit. They glorify it. You just listen to some hip hop music. They glorify. We love this shit, bro. Our minds, they call it themselves. They say they're on demon time now.
Those people that you're talking about, they don't represent me. I don't look at those people and say that's how black people are. That's a slave mentality. You know what I'm saying? We free black people. We're not all the same. Of course, you got those type of individuals in white society and Latino society and every other society, but they don't allow that to define them.
But
they don't allow that to define their group. They don't allow that to be who they are.
87.
A white kid could go shoot up a school, and white people will never say, "Oh, we got to do better as a people."
They
don't blame that on themselves. They say that's a lone little, that's a crazy ass little kid.
Schools every week though.
They shoot up schools all the time. They just said during the pandemic, they said that was the lowest number of school shootings, and I forgot how long. It was a record.
Because
wait a minute. It was a school shooting since the pandemic?
I said, being that schools were closed during the pandemic, it was a record of how long we've gone in this country without a school shooting. It was a record because of the pandemic.
But guess what they've done? But guess what they've done in regards to this time during the pandemic? They have been lynching our people left and right. We've been seeing black men and women swinging from trees.
Yep.
So why are we not talking about that?
Yep.
And the police are saying, "Oh, they magically did it to themselves."
And now listen.
Yeah,
And
I
now
that's
think
listen.
wild.
Zen and I addressed
And now
that a
listen.
few
Look at the
back.
other day, a couple of weeks back, in somewhere in Carolina, there was a group of white supremacists who were dressed up as police officers. They had rope ties and all type of stuff. Actually, they were Klan members. They were actual Klan members that were impersonating police officers, and they got caught. Just like a couple of days
Right.
ago, like last week, the same thing happened in another state. I want to say California. It was somewhere on the West Coast where
Right.
another group of people, white supremacists, they had a fake police car and police uniforms and whatnot, and they going around. Who you think they was hunting for? They got caught with AR-15s and all that in their trunk. Who you think they was hunting for?
Right.
I don't dispute the possibility of, and I kind of felt
That
like
actually
that
happened. That's
for
not a possibility.
really long time, even prior to the pandemic and everything, because I didn't want to believe that we would just gun each other down like that. That is why, and this was years ago. So I am not adverse to that possibility or fact. I don't know. It hasn't been proven. So right now I'm having to say a possibility. But there are what I believe and felt the result of the crack epidemic and the lost families in fatherless homes, that these lost boys are out here who have no sense of life and how precious it is.
They shooting kids.
Exactly. That was another
and they caught
too.
black people for that.
I wish I sent you this. I wish I sent you this one particular article. It ties into what we was going to talk about with the Bill Clinton thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have to come back at 11 for the Bill Clinton.
Yeah, all right, we can do that. But I want to insert something in this part of the conversation, because when I'm listening to y'all talk right now, what y'all sound like is the white supremacist male who invented the term super predator that was made popular by Hillary Clinton in the 90s. Hillary Clinton made that term super predator a popular thing, which justified the mass incarceration and blew the country up with the mass incarceration rates, right, and destroyed our communities on purpose. The Joe Biden's law that Bill Clinton put into place, when Hillary Clinton said that term, super predator, this was the propaganda and the justification that was used to get those laws passed through without no problem.
What you mean, as far as the crack babies and the lost souls and the lost boys?
Yes. Yes.
So you're saying sane individuals who have 2-parent homes with loving, caring parents are the ones doing the shootings?
No, what I'm saying is,
because I'm not.
What I'm saying is those
assuming.
What you're saying. Yeah. What you're saying, because I study the white supremacists. I study what they do, how they move, and the things that they say, their writings, their literature, all of that stuff. Right. And what I'm saying is, what you are saying is the same exact same thing that they say to justify harming us and keeping us subjugated. Those are the things that they say. That's exactly what they say. That's what they write in their books and their manifestos. And all of that, they say these people are beyond
don't have any repair, gang members. I have one cousin who fell victim to the crack epidemic. I don't have no crackheads except her, so I know the detriment to her children for that. Thank God, her only son did not convert to a life of crime. One of them, maybe. So I am assuming, I don't know, that these thug gang member killers out here shooting other black people are not of the crack epidemic or have some direct line to that situation. And maybe they do have 2-parent homes, but it's not likely And it's likely that these boys join these gangs looking for the father figure that comes out of OG's mouth saying that that's why it happens. So we know who these people are. I don't personally know. It couldn't be no gang member that I know of in my family, because these boys out here killing,
how big is your
people
family?
know who they are. My family is not that big on my mother's side. My father, you know what? Let me just rephrase that then, if we getting that technical. On my maternal side of the family, I can count. My father's about 300 people. I don't know everybody and what they into, but we have a small, close-knit family. My grandmother was the only child. You understand what I'm saying? So it's only my mother and her sisters and us cousins. That's it. You know, we over, like, it's none of that.
Gotcha.
And I would like to, if somebody would come on.
But we all know, the point that I was trying to make with that was, we all know plenty of decent black folks.
Right.
We all know plenty of hardworking. We know plenty of hardworking black folks. We know plenty of, you know what I'm saying, young entrepreneurs like yourself, my brother Adu that we got on the show, everybody that's here on the screen, and everybody that most of us affiliate with are not these low down type of people that we're talking about. And so those people are a minority, but it's elevated and put out there to represent us as a community. And we shouldn't perpetuate that, because that's what they do. That's the propaganda that they use to justify the nonsense, the laws that they create to target us.
But we have to address it and acknowledge it and try to figure. That's what I'm trying to do. I may have a different type of conversation depending on the company. But with you and the people that I think are going to be interested in watching this, I'm talking to us. We know these boys. Somebody know Ray out there on what he doing.
It's a good conversation to have.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to be talking about. How we gonna get the Ray in them? Because this got to stop.
That's a conversation that needs to be had. I'm just saying it's a separate conversation from when we're talking about white supremacy. We can't allow that to deflect from the real problem. That's my only thing.
Yeah, I get it. And they cannot use that. Like I said, with the we just said that in the other episode, they can't use that. Like with the Rihanna situation. No, what you talking about? The police have a set of rules they have to follow, and they can't go outside of that. It got nothing to do with it. And it has nothing to do with this problem that we have internally either. That doesn't give you the right to kill us at will or on site and things of that nature. You know, so I get that. But so Papa, I do. Sam, is that what you prefer to be called in this setting, Sam? Well, if you want to, you can join us for the last segment, because we have a couple more topics to discuss. And at 11, in about 14, 13 minutes, we take a break and then we come back. Okay. So let's end this one. We'll be back to talk about Sincere's Bill Clinton and is this Joel Epstein or Joe Epstein?
Bill Clinton said some disrespectful shit about one of our kings, Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture, at John Lewis's funeral. So we're gonna get into that.
And then RP, did you have anything another one? Because we can just get into that one thing for the whole episode about Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah, because since he's piggybacking on that. I wanted to add on to the release of the Joel Epstein unsealed documents that basically exposes Bill Clinton as being one of the members of the crew that was on that pedo island that had sexual orgies with young girls. Unsealed court documents were released this week.
Okay, well, we're going to get on that on the next episode. So that's it for this one.
Are you serious?
We'll see you in episode
in part 3. That was trying to disrespect one of the kings.
Yeah, exactly. In part 3, Master Elements Podcast. Our special guest Sam Adu. Don't forget to check him out across all social media at Papa_Adu ADU. Get that African and kente cloth in your life. All right, thanks for joining us. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you're notified when we upload new content. Thanks for watching.